versus machine. Of course, I'm your host of the most, Truman Steehn Machine Steehn. As always, I'm joined here by the lead handicapper, marketer over at Winners and Winers, Scott, the Steehn Roller. Steehn, Scott, how are you doing?
You're terrible at intros. I'm doing well. I'm watching my first game, Truman. We discussed this a little bit. I sent you my picks yesterday, which is we're recording on Saturday. I sent them to you Friday afternoon. We were going to record Friday night, and then I get the typical Truman text. Hey, would you rather do it tonight or tomorrow? Which only means one thing. Truman would rather do it tomorrow. So we're recording it Saturday. And you asked me if I wanted to change out that game, and I said no. We're gonna do it honestly. I'm gonna tell you the game that I picked. It was the first NFL game on the Saturday slate, and so as we record this, and you're like, we need to hurry up and record so everybody will know we didn't do it before the game was over. And I started thinking about it, like, there's no timestamp on when we recorded.
Right.
They're not going to be able to see when we recorded. They're only going to be able to see when we posted. So.
Here, let me show you. Here, there you go. I got the Apple Watch. Oh, okay. There you go. There's let me put in the password. You guys don't get to see the password. Okay. We're recording at 3:05. This is a mirrored watch for everybody. It's not 9. It's not. Oh, what would that be? 8. It's not 8:55. It is not. We're recording at 3:05. Just so you know. Okay. So. Okay. There you go. Right, everybody has it now. We're recording this at 3:05. The game just went into overtime. He sent me the picks. I'll show that, if everybody freaks out of one of our 15 people that watch this every week who don't pay for picks or say, listen, I don't believe you that he sent it. I've got the Discord messages with the timestamp of him sending it to me yesterday at 3 o'clock. I'll show it to you because it's legit. That's one of those things. Whenever somebody's telling the truth, they don't have to prove it to you a certain way. I'll prove it to you however way you would like me to prove it to you.
And the most likely outcome as we sit here right now
is that nobody says shit. Or in the game.
The Bengals have the ball. Well, yeah, nobody says shit, but the Bengals are going to get the ball. They're going to go down. They're going to kick a field goal, and I'm going to push. So we're going to do all this, and I'm probably going to get a push. At one time, I thought we were going to be like the masters of integrity because the Bengals were down 17-3.
Yes, when I offered him, I said, hey, listen, this game's already started. I know that you sent me this pick. You could swap out a pick if you'd like. And he said, no, I want to stick with it, but we're gonna have integrity. They were down 17-3. And now they're in overtime. And so I don't want you to think that we're sitting here like, oh, well, pretty convenient that he gets to pick the team to cover by 3 who starts the ball in overtime. But no, I mean, when he wanted to do this, it was going to be just a loss. He was just going to start with a loss. So, okay.
Look, this is going to be like watching one of those ghost hunters shows.
Right.
Like, you know us, and you either believe what we're saying or it's some elaborate bullshit ruse. So I would go 3-2 and not 2-3 on this week's picks.
Wait, Jamar Chase is on the sideline? I'm just seeing this now.
Apparently he is.
Saw him in a hoodie on the sideline. God damn it, dude.
He's in a hoodie on the sideline.
That's your every goddamn year I have a great fantasy team.
Let me tell you something. He's not that good of an actor that he could be bullshitting this 2 hours after the game time to see his fantasy team go in flames in real time. Because he needs Jamar Chase today.
I fucking Jamar Chase and TJ Hawkins. You know what? Now I hope you lose your bet so I can have TJ Hawkinson catch a touchdown. That's the only thing. That's the only silver lining that I need from this fantasy matchup. The guy had the fucking Raiders defense. He played it, and so he got 29 points, and he spot started Ty Chandler. I'm gonna lose to a guy who has Dalton Kincaid, Gabe Davis, and fucking Cook from Buffalo.
Are you playing me? I have 3 of those 4 players. I took the Raiders defense also. Thought that was a great call. I changed out to the Raiders defense 10 minutes before game time. I also have Gabe Davis and what tight end did you say?
Dalton Kincaid also.
Dalton Kincaid. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, good times. Hey, let's talk about last week, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Scott, you had a good week. You went 3-2. You had the Rams plus 7.5. They lost their game, but they only lost by 6 on a walk-off punt return in overtime.
Should have won it. Had it won. Let it get away from them. But yeah, lost it in overtime. But no better feeling in the world than to be sitting at plus 7.5 and having to go to overtime.
Yeah, feeling pretty good in that moment.
I'm thinking I'm good here.
Yeah.
The only time I can think of that like
Pick
being
six.
somebody getting fucked was KU.
KU West Virginia. I was gonna say the same thing. KU scored on the first
right.
part of overtime, and then when West Virginia went to go down there to react to it or to answer, they threw a pick six, and KU wins by 13. So
right, and they were covering 9 or something like that.
Were they really?
So, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know they were covering 9. That's crazy.
It affected the line. It absolutely affected the line. So
that's funny.
Good times. All right, so 3-2. I'll take that. How'd you do?
Sorry. Rams plus 7.5. Y'all said Detroit over 43. Detroit, Chicago over 43. Man, those bookmakers know something. We sat here and said, dude, they scored 51 last time. 43 being the line is so stupid. And this game comes in, of course, at 28-13 for 41 points, just under that. Texans minus 3.5.
We were in great shape at halftime too, if I recall right.
Yeah. The Texans minus 3.5. C.J. Stroud concussed, having a problem. Sucks. Hey, is that T.J. Hawkinson catching a pass? Holy shit!
They were having a problem before that though. That game was over before that. But
yeah.
That was just one of them days against the Jets, man.
Right. So you were 1-2 through that, but luckily your last two picks won. You had the 49ers minus 10.5. They covered 28-16 against the Seattle Seahawks, and you have the Cowboys minus 3.5, and they beat the piss out of the Philadelphia Eagles 33-13 for a W.
I will say that's why another reason it's important, if you find a game you like, get it early in the week, because that 10.5 was a Thursday line, I believe we recorded. At game time, that was at 13 or 13.5. So it was the difference between a win and a loss if you took the Niners late in that. So.
I do all my betting either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I bet before we ever get to the weekend.
Unless there's injury questions, or you think you got a handle on what the injury is going to do, and the line's going to go against you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, early in the week is the way to beat that, and that's the. I did
have to sell a pick. I did have to switch out the Houston money line for Atlanta minus 3 this week, so I had to go sell that pick and get a new one. So I'm starting off $2 in the hole already. So that sucks, but
it does.
What are you gonna do? So yeah, because CJ Stroud is officially out, so I did have to sell that pick. So you went 3-2. Your two losses were minus 110 and minus 105. I did not get as lucky as you. I had Saints minus 5, and it's not luck. Sorry, I had Saints minus 4.5. They won 28-6 over the Carolina Panthers. Hey, Panthers team, not very good. Just wait till we get to later. Texans minus 3.5. I followed you on that one. We lost.
Yep.
Philadelphia, Dallas over 51.5. God damn, they just stalled that whole fourth quarter. I needed 2 scores. I think they kicked 1 field goal in that fourth quarter. Just brutal.
Yep.
Brutal. So I did not hit on that as that game ended 33-13. That was a loss. They only hit 46. I needed 1 touchdown. I needed 1 more touchdown. Goddamn. I also had Tennessee, Miami over 46.5, and that's where that pendulum swings back because I had no business hitting that. Sorry, over 46.5. We were even recording Dom. That's true. Talking about Steehn versus Machine, and I was like, well, sucks that I'm going to lose that Steehn versus Machine because sucks. I'm going to go 1-4. This can be really terrible, and we had given up on that. And then I wake up the next morning, or I saw that the Titans scored, so it's 27-21. I was like, holy shit! I was like, they came all the way back. What an over! And then I'm at the gym working out on Monday morning, and I see that the Titans won that game 28-27. So that was crazy.
Yep. Crazy.
And then I also
I'd already marked that down as a loss. I was reading on Twitter and saying something about the overhitting. I'm like, what? Yep. Got there. So never a doubt, but he never.
Yeah. So I had the Packers. I also had the Packers Giants under 37 in that game, 24-22. Weird game. Weird.
Yep.
All around. The Giants decided to do well, and the Packers decided to also do well. So kind of crazy, but sucks. So 2 and 3 for me. My 3 losses were minus 105, minus 110, and minus 110. So Scott, you won 300. You lost 215. You're plus 85 for the week. 3-2. Brings you were minus 552 going to the week. You add that 85. You're at minus 467. You're 23, 26, and 1 for the season. Scott, you've got a real possibility here. Listen, lock in. You can be positive for the season, not only in your record, but also in your net. You go 5-0 this week. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, you know?
Should have replaced that Bengals pick.
Yeah.
I just, and on all honesty, I had this handicapped out. I thought Browning was going to be better. I didn't think Mullen was going to be any good. So that's exactly the opposite of what's happened. Browning's been fine, especially in the second half, but Mullen has looked pretty competent.
He might have just got stoned on that.
Interesting. Are you ahead? You got 4th and 1. You're watching it on cable. Are you watching it on cable there, buddy?
On YouTube TV.
Oh, I don't think there's any chance he got that.
Nope. No, we did not. All right. I don't think so. No. So okay, but for me, I won 200. I lost 325. I'm minus 125. 2 and 3. I hadn't had a negative week on Steehn versus Machine, and I feel like a while. I guess I have had a couple, but I've still had more positive weeks than negative weeks. I was plus 999 going to that, minus 125. I'm plus 874 now. 30 and 20 for the season. This is nice and aesthetically pleasing. The 30-20.
Yeah, that sounds about like 60%.
Oh, we lost you on the video. You've scooted over your phone.
That's what happens when you're corded. If you can't make any moves, or that cord strung pretty good. I've got a pretty good rig. I've got a pretty sketchy rig over here, buddy. So anyway, so yeah, there you go. All right,
fair enough. Well, Scott, good news. You won. Winners. We play make it take it here. You get to start us off here with the first pick.
I'll take the Bengals. I'll take the Bengals -3. Yeah, that's what I said. That was my 3 bullet points. Mullen hadn't made a start since 2021. Browning had been 50, 61, 81.9, 629 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Minnesota defense has been playing well, but they can't stay off the field because the offense ain't giving any help. So that's what I had for my notes there. As we record right now, they just stoned the Minnesota offense in overtime, trying to get 1 yard. They give them 2 downs to get 1 yard. Couldn't do it. So Bengals get the ball back with a chance to go down and probably tie it.
I will say Mullins with his helmet off looks like a terrifying mix of Seth MacFarlane and Mark Wahlberg. So
that is terrible.
Next time you see him, if they show him again on the bench, you think about that next time you see him.
They don't get more generic white guy than that.
No, that's pretty generic white guy. All right, my first pick of the week. Bears Browns under 37.5 at -110. Wait, I do want to make sure. Hold on, that I wanted to get the under on that one. Yes. Sorry. Yes. I want the under on both of those. Okay, hold on. I might need to change something here. I think I accidentally wrote down something on this sheet that is incorrect. But while we're here, Bears Browns under 37.5. This is with Joe Flacco, it's a little more of an interesting proposition. This Cleveland offense looked a little more capable. It's probably their best quarterback they've had at the position this season. I don't know if that's too insane to say. It's probably the best quarterback game they've had all season for sure.
Right.
So that worries me a little bit. But I still think the Bears, even when they're doing well, I think what they want to do is run out the clock. I don't think they want to throw the ball. They're just never going to be truly an air raid offense. So I'm not that worried about it. So yeah, the Browns defense obviously very good. The Bears defense looking better as of late. You know, holding that Detroit Lions offense only to was that 13 points last week? So yeah, give me Bears Browns under 37.5. I like that pick.
Okay, I got you. Sorry, I want to watch this third down play here.
Over.
Oh my. Oh, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame right there. Completed the pass down to the 13-yard line, and is the field goal kicker coming in yet? Here comes McPherson.
You could cover. You could full cover.
They're not going to. They're going to kick a field goal, dude.
Why did they? Why? Why would you not run the ball? Why would you not try to score a touchdown? Why would you leave it up to a kick where plenty of things go wrong?
Well, you know, my only shot was for him to break free there. that was it. We'll see what happens, but in the meantime, I'll tell you my second pick. I'm going to,
they're in there. They're in there. Hold on. Sorry. All right. Sorry. I don't want to. No. Okay. Never mind. You're in trouble. All right.
I'm going to go to the NFC South, where dreams go to die. I'm going to take the Falcons on the road -3 against the Panthers. Carolina, they are a terrible football team, and they have come by that moniker. Honestly, they are 30th in points scored. They are 31st in points allowed. That is a bad combination right there. Last week, hey, they got the run game going. Rushed for 204 yards against New Orleans. Lost by 22. So, not good. Bryce Young hasn't thrown for more than 194 yards in the last 6 weeks. Carolina has lost those 6 games by an average of 12 points per game. Falcons, not good. Panthers, much worse. Give me Falcons -3.
Fair enough. That is actually, I told you that I sold my Texans line for the Falcon for a line. I switched it out for Falcons -3. That was the one I picked. So that was my next pickup. That would been my 10th pick. So there you go. Falcons -3 is where I'm at. But for my next pick, I actually marked this wrong. So here I'm going to turn off this. I have the New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints over 30. I have it under 39, and I believe it's going to be a half because I actually marked this down wrong. I wrote down over, and I wanted the under. I want so hold on. I'm going to check the lines real quick. As always, and this is again, we talked about this. I even if we sound like a broken record, I don't feel bad sounding like a broken record about this important part of always shopping your lines. A prime example here on this total, I would have gone for the over 39. But if I'm betting the under, I'm going to move it over to. I'm going to go head on over to PointsBet instead, where I can get under 39.5 at -110. See, that's how the difference it gets from sportsbook to sportsbook. So now I'm going under 39.5 at -110. That's over at PointsBet instead of just getting the normal 39 that we had seen before. Okay, so that will be my second pick. Listen, this is a Giants team. Even with Tommy DeVito in there, they've been a little better. Still not a great team. Saints team has looked a little better as of late here, but Derek Carr still not great. Not a great quarterback. Even though they were able to put up a fair amount of points last week and move the ball, that defense is carrying a lot of the heavy lifting there. And this New York Giants defense also no slouches. So yeah, I like the under 39.5 for the Giants and Saints here.
I'd like to point out something, Truman. What are our overall records at this point?
I'm 30-20. You're 23, 26-1.
Okay. So we've bet literally 100 games.
Yes.
We've had one push. Now we've had 2 because the Bengals just pushed in overtime.
Yeah.
And that's, I want to point that out when you're thinking about buying that half a point. And you're like, well, that'll make a push. If it pushes, I'll be a winner. That tells you how often games push right there. We've had 2 games out of 101 possibilities that have pushed.
Yeah.
So don't give up. Don't give up 20% of your bet for something that's going to hit 2% of the time. What I'm saying to you.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So, okay, there you go. Hey, how about for my third play? A rarity. In the early window, it's the Chiefs and Patriots. They've been flexed all the way out of Monday night into a Sunday noon start for us Central time zone people. I'm going to play the under 37 in this one. I think the Chiefs are 9-point favorites the last time I looked. No, thank you. This is a Kansas City team that's averaged 21 points per game on the road, and they've gone over that total of 21 just one time in the last 6 games. They put 27 up against the Raiders. 7 of their last 9 games have gone under the total. Meanwhile, New England, dead last in scoring, averaging just 13 points per game. Kansas City is third in scoring defense, giving up 17.2. The Pats have scored over 20. How many times this year, Truman? You want to take a guess?
15 games. Maybe just once against that Buffalo team when they won.
One time have the Pats topped 20. 9 of the last 12 Pats games have ended under the total. I think this one does as well. Chiefs Pats under 37.
But Scott, Andy Reid went to the podium this week and said they're going to minimize mistakes and clean up the turnovers. What happens if that happens?
It'll be the first time all year that one of those things has come true that he says every week.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he certainly. Andy, that's right. They should think about cleaning up those mistakes and turnovers. That's a great idea. That'll solve it all.
The equivalent of saying you're not going to run for office because you want to spend more time with the family when you're about to get primaried.
Yeah.
There's really not much else you can say at that point. So
right. Yeah, I'm sure.
What's your third pick?
This time it'll work out. Dolphins -8.5 is my third pick, Scott. This is a Dolphins. I feel like the system overvalues the Dolphins just a little bit, but it's treated me okay at times. So I'm taking the Dolphins -8.5 against a Jets team where Zach Wilson, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, pretty impressive. I'm sure that's gonna last. I expect Zach Wilson to turn a bit back into a pumpkin. This has also been a better Dolphins defense since they've kind of got Jalen Ramsey back and gotten into a swing of things. Obviously losing a pretty large part of their pass rush last week, which was not as exciting. But I think they will be hungry and angry and want to get after this Jets team. I expect Zach Wilson to regress a little bit back to the mean of what we know to be Zach Wilson. So I like the Dolphins offense still to even against a tougher Jets defense to still be able to run up the score a fair amount. And I don't expect this Jets offense to be able to move the ball. I'm going to take that as a really kind of a one fluky, weird game that they were having. So, yeah, give me the Dolphins -8.5 over this Jets team.
All right, I'm going to play the another road team. I'm going to play the Cowboys straight up at +110 on the money line against the Buffalo Bills. Pretty simple for me, Truman. Dallas is playing the best football of anybody in the NFL this side of the Sierra Mountains.
Yeah.
And they're getting points. They are an underdog. That is too good of an opportunity to pass up. It's going to be windy and rainy. Don't care. Don't care one bit. Cowboys are on the road. They're a warm weather team coming from a dome. Don't care. Don't think this Bills team is very good. I think this Cowboys team is excelling right now on both sides of the ball. Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? +110.
Yeah, I really can't believe that anybody, that the bookmakers at all are giving the Cowboys any points. Even against a Bills team that has looked mediocre for a lot of this year, has what? They're on a 1-game winning streak. They've
really played just one good football game this year, and that was against Miami.
Yeah, they didn't even look that good against Chiefs. Probably deserved to lose, to be honest. But they escaped that game. I don't expect them to escape this game with a W. I think the Cowboys are going to run.
They both deserve to lose that game, Truman.
Yeah, neither of them deserve to win.
No,
I'd be even tempted to move this Cowboys line all the way up to -2.5. See what I imagine you're probably not getting that much better than +115, but I bet you might get +125, +130 maybe. No, so. Don't think so.
Not a 2.5. No, you're not going to get. You might get 115 somewhere, 117, but you're not going to. I don't think you're going to.
Well, I've got. Sorry, for the record, I do have your Cowboys money line at +115. You can find that over at Caesars and Sportsbet for just the straight up money line.
Okay.
I say I'm going to check. I'm going to see what I can get on FanDuel here, just to see if there's any options. But yeah, so. What I'm saying is I do agree with you. I really, when I saw that, I really couldn't believe that Cowboys were catching points. That feels like a slam dunk pick. -2.5, I get it +136.
136?
At +136 over on FanDuel. -2.5 for the Cowboys.
Jesus.
If you want to take that all the way up to +6.5, you get +265. I don't, but I would. But
if I want to lay 2.5.
No, -2.5, you get +136 for the Cowboys.
Okay, all right. I thought you were saying on the money line
no, +115 on the money line.
Yeah, okay.
Against PointsBet and Caesars.
All right.
Sorry. I was saying, if you did the alternate line, you could get it up to 130. Is what I was saying.
This will be the regular segment going forward. This is the the bookmakers are out of their fucking mind segment, and then we look back.
We look, yeah, the Cowboys lose by 8, and we go, okay, fair enough.
Exactly. All right, what do you got for number 4?
Number 4, I have the 49ers minus 12 at minus 110. You were talking about the Cowboys playing the best football east of the Sierra Nevada. I'm going to take the best football team west of the Sierra Nevada against a terrible Cardinals team that is going to certainly have a lot of questions they're going to ask themselves about what they're going to do about Kyler Murray in this offseason. But and I think we'll start to kickstart those questions a little earlier than expected as the 49ers march in there. I like them. I can get them at minus 12 over on DraftKings at minus 110. And that's where I would head. I'd go grab that. I definitely think they're going to be able to score. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Sorry, the fines for the Chiefs game just came out for their criticism of the officials. Mahomes fined $50K. Andy Reid fined $100K. That is hefty fines. But the 49ers minus 12.
A hefty fine for a hefty man.
Yeah, right. They do those fines. No. 49ers minus 12 is where I'm at here. Again, taking on they are in Arizona, which does lend itself to a little bit of questions, but I think they'll be fine. Give me the 49ers minus 12 here.
Alrighty. For my last pick, I'm gonna ride this team one more week against another terrible team. I'm gonna take the Rams at home minus 6.5. Usually the Rams are don't have the they don't have the crowd on their side at their home stadium. A lot of times teams travel well. I don't believe the Commanders are going to be one of those. I don't think that people are flying across the country, or there's a huge Commanders fan base there in LA. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
This is a Washington team that worst scoring defense in the NFL, giving up 30.4 points per game. That's about 2 points worse than anybody else, by the way, and that is obviously substantial. Other than beating the Pats by 3 the weekend after Halloween, Washington has lost those other 6 games in that stretch by an average of 18.7 points per game. They are dead last in passing yards surrendered and 23rd in rush yards per carry. Rams have a number of options and ways to move the ball in this game, but one of the things they won't be doing is punting. I think this is the Rams team. I'm going to take the under 1.5 punts in this game as well. I don't even know if that's a thing, but
I bet you could certainly bet punts.
Probably 2.5 would be the number there. The Rams, they've won 3 of their last 4. They took Baltimore to overtime on the road last week, as we talked about. They're also one of those teams fighting for a playoff spot, one of 5 teams in the NFC that are standing at 6 and 7, fighting for the last 2 playoff spots. Minnesota is now 7 and 7, by the way, as we update this. So game on the NFC for those last couple of wild card holes. I like the Rams here. Take care of business, get her done.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I like that pick. This Rams team has looked a lot better as of late, and I think they've got a good matchup there against probably one of the worst defenses in the NFL. It's got me considering sitting Tua and Josh Allen to think about playing Matt Stafford this week. I don't think I'll do it. I don't think I have strong enough will to do that for my fantasy matchup, but it has me thinking about it. I'm not going to lie to you. So
I think it's a solid call, by the way.
What? To not do that?
I think, it's going to be to do that. I don't know about Tua, but I know, Allen's going to be in the wind and the rain going up against a team that is ferocious on defense and likes to control the ball on offense. So I only know that because he's my quarterback. So
yeah. So I don't know. I'll think
Allen Wentz is this year.
I'm gonna think about it. But yeah. So, but what I'm saying, yeah, Rams minus 6.5. I think that's a slam dunk pick. And my final pick, I'm staying in that same game that I talked about already. San Francisco, Arizona over 48. This is I have the 49ers actually being the best offense and the best defense in the NFL. This best offense, I think, is capable of putting up 40 on any game like it's nothing. And they just put up 42 on that Eagles team. Barely even barely even felt like they were trying. So I like them to put up. My only concern would be that it's enough of a blowout that the backups end up in there. But even the backups might be able to do enough here. I like San Francisco to put up 30 plus, 35 plus. I think Cardinals could probably cover the rest in garbage time. So yeah, give me the over 48 there for the 49ers Cardinals game.
Okay, got you down.
You know, it's crazy. I don't think this year so far that we've had. I don't think we've had a I don't think we've been opposed on anything yet, which is odd.
No, I don't. No, I don't think we have either.
We've picked 50 games apiece, and we haven't disagreed on a single one.
Huh. I think you're right. Jane, you ignorant slut.
And we're positive as the show. We're positive as far as the show goes. You're at minus 450. I'm plus 850. We're all right.
But you're using a machine. You're using a machine. What are you doing?
It's true. It's true.
Very, very good. Oh, that's a terrible call. All right. So to recap, my picks for this week: the Bengals, the huge deal that we made about was it in on time? Is it legit? It pushed. So there you go. I had the Bengals, Falcons -3.
Real good. Yep. Sorry.
Chiefs, Patriots under 37. Cowboys on the money line +115. And the Red Hot Rams -6.5. Truman?
I had the Browns, Bears under 37.5. The Giants, Saints under 39.5. Dolphins -8.5. Niners -12. And Niners, Cards over 48.
There you go.
That's it. There you go. You guys get all your picks in besides that Bengals one? You're welcome.
But we've been pretty okay. So we were 17-3 going into last week. We were 5-5 last week. So we're 22-7. Still better than 75% over the last 3 weeks.
Well,
that ain't bad.
22-8.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm 22-8. Well, 20. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, 22-8. So yeah, not quite there, but yeah, I know we're 22-8-1, but still.
But it's been good. It's been good.
Not bad at all.
We appreciate everybody for sticking it out, sticking with us through this season. We appreciate you if you're watching this on YouTube, liking and subscribing. We appreciate it if you're listening on Spotify, following and rating it always helps. I've been trying to put up a couple questions, couple interactive questions on Spotify with the podcast, so I might try to put up one here later. But yeah. That's it. We appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you for hanging out. Hope you have a great time. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you're getting that Christmas shopping done. Hopefully we're adding a little extra cheddar cheese to those Christmas presents, making it truly a Merry Christmas for all and all a good night. So
no snow for Christmas. Maybe we can make it rain a little bit.
Dude, it's raining right now. I was remarking that to Tina. I said it's hard to get into the Christmas spirit when it's raining on December, when it's 49 degrees and raining on December 16th, you know. But
I'll be out there playing football, buddy.
Ooh, that'd be prime football weather right there. All right, we do appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you for hanging out. Scott, you want to say the iconic Scott Steehn line?
That's right. We're red hot, everybody. Get yourself down on those picks. At the end of the game, you can pick up those winning tickets and head back to a window.
All right, guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.